Hey, fellas, good morning. It is Wednesday. Still cloudy. It's like not even 70 degrees yet. I don't. It's normal cat behavior. I haven't had a cat for a while, but he's just purring and demanding my attention. Let me get to the point. The point is, I had to give this speech to my wife's nephew yesterday because he is suffering. So, the title of this will be something about handling setbacks, how to turn them into opportunities, and not falling into the traps that are associated when you have a problem. So that's out of the way, and I'll tell you, wow, that looks pretty cool. It looks like somebody's trying to throw a blanket on top of the mountain. Let me turn it around. That's pretty cool. So, anyways, lots of clouds. Very pleasant. I don't know why a cat to follow you around. All right, Bella. All right, I'm doing a video here. So, my wife's nephew, and I'm not sure if I can use his name, so I won't. He was in the process. He's 33. He's got a great job. He's got a great career. He's probably one of the most talented individuals, human beings that have been around. Musically gifted. I would say gifted. Jeez, okay. This isn't a dogs are supposed to be like that. Let me take you inside and sit down so she won't be able to bother us. So he waited till he was 33 before he started dating seriously. So he is established. What I would say is established in his world. So let me see if I can sit you down here. I'll go get the little stand for the camera. So he finds a girl, and they are in the process of they're engaged, well, or they were engaged, and one of the things they were doing is the only look at this line. Okay, Bill. I don't know, man. I'm just not used to. So, all right. So, anyways, they picked out everything except for they've set the money aside. They've been saving for the wedding. It's going to be a small wedding, and I don't know what she's doing. It's distracting. So, what are you doing? Leave me alone. I don't have to hang out with her. All right. I'll try to pet her while we're doing it. And since her sister, his fiance's sister, is getting married, they decided to have their wedding in Cancun. So they're down in Cancun, and I almost gave my wife's nephew away. His name, he's Mexican. Really, really good kid. I cannot tell you. She just turned on. I don't know how she did it. I don't know what's going on. Bella, leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, the only thing is there's a problem between my wife's nephew and his fiance's father. Her father's very controlling. So basically, what did just I'll just boil it down to you. It boiled it down to he told his daughter, my nephew's niece, Now my my nephew's my wife's nephew, that he wasn't good enough. He didn't like him, and if she married him or kept up this charade of being in a relationship with some, he called him a long-haired hippie, and that's he does have long hair, but anyways, it doesn't. Anyways, that he would kick her out of the family, and anyways, so the young man calls yesterday and is just destroyed, calls my wife, and my wife, like a good traditional woman, didn't offer him any advice, just let him vent, let him talk about the things that are bothering him and how he feels. And here's something for you ladies. um, I know you think we're all, us guys are made out of stone, but we're not. We have egos, we have our feelings hurt, we have empathy and sympathy, and we just have to hide it better. It doesn't mean that we don't have those feelings. We're just required, if you're going to be a successful male, you have to hide those things. Soft men make hard times. So, anyways, but this guy's just absolutely gutted. Maybe she spent like 45 minutes on it. But at the end of it, to prove that she's a good traditional woman, she told him she can't give him any advice until he talks to his mother, which I was very pleased to hear that. Yes, I was eavesdropping. And then last night they got together, and earlier this morning, last night, and then they talked to me, and they talked to me. They got together in the afternoon, and last evening they asked me if I'd call and talk to. I'm going to use his name, Marcos, and just you're going to go through setbacks as a man. There are going to be jobs you're going to lose, or a contract you bid on and you don't get it. There's going to be a girl that's going to break your heart. Someone in your life is going to break your heart. You're going to be betrayed. You're going to be lied to. The mask of how cruel the world is to men slowly gets pulled away. And this is just one of those extremely cruel things he had. I mean, they had lived in an apartment where we'll be going up, or my wife will be going up there, and his mom will be going up there. Danny was just to help him move out, and just anyways, they're just trying to help him. But only after, and here's just a shout out to the traditional women. So once he spoke to his mother, then my wife and her sister got on the phone with him, and they're consoling him, but they came up with a pretty decent plan, and then they asked me to talk to him. So now, instead of, I'll tell you what I think will help you as a guy. You have to give yourself some time to grieve. And that's not a macho thing to tell guys, but to me, that's the truth. The other thing is you can't fall into the traps that are part of the grieving process. A lot of guys that don't have help, like good traditional women around them to talk to, or other guys that are concerned about them, which is you just start drinking. You get very angry, and you want to take this pain out on somebody else. What I told him is that you can take this gut-wrenching kick to the balls and try to turn it into an opportunity. Opportunity meaning that now you know the type of woman you want to be involved with. But one of the good things you did, one of the good things that'll come out of this, one of the opportunities that'll come out of this for him, is that he knows that there's good women out there. He also knows that with having the type of job and financials, he can protect and provide for this woman, whichever woman he decides to get with. But he also now understands that she's not the only woman. And I told him it was better that this happens now than after he got married. After they paid for the engagement, after they paid to, there's traditional families when they get married. There's a process. If they're both they were both Mexican family. There's a process they go through. I put myself through that process. Hey, let me just get on the fucking point. So it's very difficult for men to reach out, for respectable men to reach out. If you're a soft guy into your feelings, you'll have no problem crying in your pillow or crying to everybody you can. But a lot of guys, we just don't fucking do that. There's maybe one or two guys you'll talk to about it, but you won't let your guard down. The thing is, I think it's very much okay and cathartic and necessary for you to grieve, but to turn that grieving period into opportunities. Opportunities such as you can concentrate on yourself, you can get into better shape, you can focus on your work, focus on getting ahead, using those emotions to fuel you into a better mindset. Now, this is, and you to avoid the traps like getting in, drinking and driving, drinking too much by yourself, not being with people who you can trust because they'll take advantage of you because you're hurt or you're wounded, or running from one woman to the next woman, or punishing the next woman for the hurt that this woman did to him. And that's where I think we had a little bit of back and forth, because he wanted to go out and he just wanted to run through some girls to help forget her. So, how do I say this? I don't think that's a good idea, because punishing somebody else for something that another person did to you, I don't think that's fair to the woman. I think if you're going to date, you should date with the intent of developing a relationship. Now, if you're on like a hookup site, that's all the rules go out the window. But if you're on a decent site, or you meet somebody in person and are developing a relationship with them, you don't want to play with their feelings. You don't want to finesse them. You don't want that feeling that you have for someone else to. Yeah, I don't want him to do that to other people. So, anyways, that's the only time we had a little bit of a back and forth. I hope this helps. And I think it's ridiculous and unfair that far too many people don't give men a chance to grieve for some of the things they go through. There are so many expectations and responsibilities placed on men, good men that are willing to be protectors and providers, that when they get gut punched, kicked in the balls like this, I don't want to see any of you guys throw your hands up in the air and go, well, this isn't fucking worth it. And you have a right to grieve. You should grieve. But if you can take the time to turn your grieving into an opportunity for you, like concentrating on a book you've always wanted to read, or writing a play, or writing a short story, or making a video, or doing something productive that's going to help you in the long run, learning more about money. The amount of money he'll save by not having a woman in his life is tremendous. So, anyways, I hope this makes sense. The title of it will be Setbacks. Setbacks can turn into opportunities, and you got to watch out for the traps. The traps are feeling sorry for yourself, wanting to punish someone who had nothing to do with this for the pain you're going through. Going out and road raging, going out and getting into fights, and you accidentally hit somebody really hard and they fall down, hit their head on the concrete, and they die. Now you've just trashed your life. So those are things we talked about. So if you want to drink, you got to stay home. If you're grieving and you're having problems and you just got a shitty deal, hopefully you can find a way to turn it into an opportunity and not take it out on somebody who doesn't deserve it. All right? Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourself. And men, that includes your mental health. It's okay for you to be sad. It's okay for you to be upset. It's okay to have doubts. It's okay for you to feel sorry for yourself for a little bit of time. But that can't become, you don't let that turn itself into rage or to turn that into convincing yourself it's okay for you to take that out on somebody else. All right? I'm living proof that that's not a good way to go through life. All right? Like a 14 G string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.